some in our notebook. So number 1. In a cylinder, there are 3 shapes that are involved in a cylinder, like so. If I unwrap it and break it down into a net, what kind of shapes are involved in a cylinder? 2 circles and a rectangle. Okay, to find surface area, you need to find the area of the circle and the rectangle. Now, honestly, to find the area of a circle is actually easier than the rectangle, believe it or not. So, what information do they give us here? They only give us 2 numbers. What does the 2 represent? The radius. 2 is your radius. 2 is your radius. What's the other number that they gave us? 7. And what does that represent? The height of your rectangle. So they gave us 2 and 7, and that's it. They don't give us a lot of information, to be honest. 2 and 7. Okay, so let's find the area of the circle. How do I find the area of a circle? All right, so let's do that. You should be able to do that. You kind of did on your do now. You will get this on the test for sure. Area and circumference, 100%. I'm hoping they give you a calculator. So substitute the numbers. What's pi? 3.14. What's my radius? 2 squared. What's 2 squared? 4 times 3.14 equals? Inches squared. Well, that's for one circle. Is it the same thing for the other circle?
No.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
When you open up a can of nacho cheese, the circle on the top, the lid, is the same thing as the circle on the bottom, right? So that's why we can just go, oh, if this is 12.56, then this is 12.56. All right, now, I want to know what does, where's my highlighter? What does, so I only have 7, but I need to know what does this measure? How do I find that? Yeah, because this pink line in reality is this part of the circle all the way around. So it's actually a circumference. So this piece that they don't give you any numbers for, I'm not going to use 2. You actually have to find the circumference. So this pink purple line, what does it measure? It actually measures circumference. So we have to solve for the circumference here, Daniel and Caesar. So we're going to right now do the circumference of this bottom part. So you should try to be working ahead of me. Not, oh, let me have her write everything down and let me just copy. There's no learning if you're just copying at this point. You're trying to work one step ahead of me. Not behind me, ahead of me. All right, so what is pi? What's the diameter? Yeah, and this is 4. So what is this equal to? Okay, so the number 1 mistake I saw kids do second period is they thought they were done right here. And I understand because it's a lot of work here. Like this is a lot of work you already did. So you're thinking you're done. Let me add this number plus this number plus this number. And it's like, no, did you multiply this times this? And the answer is no. So once you get this number, you have to multiply it with 7. So area is equal to 7 times 12.56. But kids forget to do the times 7. They think they're done here and they start adding. It's like, no, you got to multiply by 7. So what is 7 times 12.56? 87.92? Okay. Now you can add this plus this plus this. And that will give you your surface area. So what do you get when you add 1256, 1256, 8792? 113.4. Oh yeah. 113.04 inches squared. So if I wanted to wrap a nacho cheese can for your birthday, I would need 113 inches, square inches of wrapping paper. Yeah, nacho cheese. Have you noticed that we sell it in a big can? And you're just like, why can't you do like a small can? Anyways, I want some nacho cheese now. Sorry, kids. I'm going to do number 2 with you. Now, of course, if you can go ahead of me and check your answers, we're good. Daniela, did you get number 1 right? Good job. All right, I'm looking for 2 circles and a rectangle. Okay? I'm hoping that you can do the area of the circle without me. Area equals pi r squared. Okay, what is the radius of the circle? 10. So 3.14 times 10 squared. This should be easy for us. Okay, what is the area of the circle? What do we get for the area of the circle? No? Anybody? Okay, 314 feet squared. That's the area of the circle. Is it the same thing as the other circle? Yep. Okay. Did you forget to square? Or what? I don't know. It's a rhetorical question. Okay, what is the height of the cylinder that they gave us? What's the height? How tall is the cylinder? 13. And this number, how do I solve for this number? What do I have to do? I have to find the circumference. To find this side, I have to do the circumference. In elementary school, they gave you this number. They're like, it's 5. Oh, okay, so just multiply 13 times 5. Woo, easy. Now, in 7th grade, they don't give us this number. We got to solve for it, and we solve for it by using circumference. Super-de-duper hard. Okay, it's not. It's just a lot. Okay, what's the diameter of the circle? If the radius is 10,
20.
So this will be 20 times 3.14. What is 3.14 times el pi? Wait, I just said the same thing. I said what is 3.14 times pi? Which is the same thing. 3.14 times 20. Yes, that's what I meant to say. What is it? 62.8. Now, what I noticed in 2nd period is that they thought this number was a number I would circle. Like, oh, I'm done. Now I get to add this plus this plus this, and their answer would be extremely small. This is the number that you use to find the area. Area is equal to 62.8 times 13. But what do kids forget to do? Times 13. So multiply times 13, please. So excited. So excited. And what do we got? Cool. Okay. So, this is when I'm like, okay, I want you to do just 2 more. Just do 3 and 4. That's it. Just want you to do 3 and 4. And I have the answers. And then upload. Okay, we're going to start volume. We have about 10 minutes.
I give up.
Now, volume is, I'm not kidding, 4,000 times easier than surface area. Volume is like a piece of cake. It's like 2 plus 2. It's so easy. All right? So let's do rectangular prism today. You're going to realize, why didn't we do this first? Well, I wanted to teach you the hard stuff first, Daniel. So now that we're doing volume, you realize like, oh, this is so easy. I love it. Okay. Volume of a rectangular prism, a 3D box. Volume is how much stuff fits inside. So surface area is like wrapping paper, like the outside, the cardboard. And volume is how much space is available inside. How much stuff can I fit? How much sand? Imagine Daniel filling up a box, this box right here that I'm holding. Oh, perfect. Eye contact. This box full of sand. How much sand fits inside? Okay? How many glue sticks fit inside? How much water fits inside? That's volume. Surface area is the cardboard. How much cardboard do I need, right? Do I need cardboard inside? No, it's an empty space, right? What am I going to fill it with? That's volume. All right, so volume is length times width times height. Now, I write it in cursive, but if you can't handle cursive, just write LWH. Length times width times height. And that's it. All you have to do to find the volume of a rectangular prism is multiply length times width times height, and you're done. It's the easiest thing in the world. There's no top, bottom, left, right, front, back. None of that. Because we're talking about the inside, the space inside. So on number 1, the volume is, what's the length of my box? 10. Times, what's the width of my box? And what's the height of my box? So you multiply these 3 numbers in any order that you want, however combos you want to make. What's 10 times 5 times 4?
200 meters or million.
Yeah, so when I multiply these 2, I get 200 meters cubed. Volume is to the power of 3. Area and surface area is to the power of 2. Perimeter and circumference is to the power of 1. You don't write an exponent. But when we do volume, it's to the power of 3. And that's it. What part of this is hard? Knowing that there's a little 3 there? We'll just memorize it. How many numbers did you multiply? 3. 1, 2, 3. So 3. All right, example number 2. What's the length? What's the length? 6. What's the width? 3. What's the height? All right, multiply 3 times 6 times 4 in any order that you would like. 72 centimeters cubed. Cube. Like a cube. Like a cube.
So instead of,
So, volume of a rectangular prism is the easiest one
It is.
because it's all just length times width times height. Now, question. Does anybody know, if I just have this part of the formula, what part, when do I use length times width? When I'm finding what? Area. So this part is your area part, and all you're doing is multiplying it by the height. Now that comes into play when we're doing triangular and cylinders, because it's the area of what it is. It's a rectangle times the height, which makes it 3D. All right. So I would like you to do page 3. All you have to do for a volume of a rectangular prism is length times width times height. Length times width times height. We have 8 minutes. 7 minutes before we start cleaning up. I want you to do it without a calculator. Okay, no calculator on number 3, so show me work. No calculator on number 5. And no calculator on number 7. That's it. The rest you can use a calculator. This is how you show work. Volume equals 15 times 20 times 12. And number 2, same thing. Volume 17 times 8 times 13. And number 3, you actually have to go on the side and like tell me real quick. Okay? So no calculator on 3, 5, and 7. I want you to do it. They're easy numbers. That's why I say no calculator. The rest you can use a calculator. Whatchamacallit.
We
Yeah.
have to show the work on top too.
Here. Yeah. Do you want it in your notebook? You can. Plug it into your calculator. This is the easiest one. Just multiply the 3 numbers that they give you.